Hello, and congratulations on being accepted to the JET program. Throughout your upcoming experience teaching in Japan, you will face many new and exciting challenges. One challenge you will likely encounter soon after arriving is understanding Japanese etiquette. Etiquette is much different in Japan, and it can be very overwhelming adjusting to Japanese etiquette when you're in the classroom. In this slidecast, you will become familiar with important etiquette customs in Japanese classrooms. We will discuss etiquette in introductions, eye contact, indirect speech, groups, cleanliness, and work attire. When introducing yourself in Japan for the first time, greet students and coworkers with a bow, not a handshake. A bow can range from a slight bend forward to a deep bend at the waist. A slight bow is more casual, while a deeper bend suggests respect. When bowing, men typically keep their hands at their side, while women bring their hands together in front of them. In Japan, the last name, or family name, is said before the given name. As a form of respect, you should refer to coworkers and students by their family name followed by the word "san." This is the Japanese equivalent to Mr. or Mrs., but it applies to both genders. As you grow more familiar with your students, you may begin referring to them more casually without adding "san." Japanese schools emphasize listening more than engaging, and so it is not uncommon for students to sometimes close their eyes during a lecture. Students will close their eyes so they may better focus on what you're teaching. It may look as though they are uninterested, but it is actually a normal and respectful practice to do this when something important is being said. When a student's eyes are open, they may not hold a direct gaze with you for more than a few seconds. This is because it is viewed as rude and intrusive to look others in the eye when you're talking to them. To better understand and respect your students, practice communicating without holding consistent eye contact. Your Japanese students and fellow coworkers will appreciate it. In your experience as a student in the United States, your teacher probably encouraged you to engage and share your opinions and questions during class. This is not always the case in Japanese classrooms, and instead, students will often be quiet and indirect throughout the class period. People will use vague statements, subtle tone, and facial cues to express themselves, and they rely on others interpreting meaning below the surface of these subtle gestures. Because of this etiquette custom, students might not feel comfortable directly telling you when they don't understand something. Likewise, asking a student if they understand the material may also be too direct. Watch for indirect cues that a student is struggling by the way they word something, ask a question, or adjust their tone. If you hear hesitation or doubt, it could be a student's subtle way of expressing their understanding of your material. Group affiliation in Japan can be easily understood as uchi-soto, or inside-outside. This refers to the in-group and out-group Japanese individuals establish with those around them. Different etiquette customs apply to people depending on which group they're in. Within an in-group, or uchi, Japanese students will be more relaxed and more comfortable expressing themselves. When a student is with the out-group, such as you and the entire classroom, they will often avoid drawing attention to themselves. They will likely speak more politely and professionally, be less self-expressive, and more aware of those around them. Because of this, many students may feel more comfortable coming to you with questions after class when the majority of students leave. Be prepared for this so you can set aside time after class for student questions. Japanese fashion is partially influenced by Western fashion, but this does not mean all your clothes are appropriate as a teacher. Appropriate Japanese work attire is conservative and professional. For men, the best choice is a collared button-down shirt with dark-colored slacks. For women, the best choice is a blouse with slacks or a skirt that goes below the knees. Clothing colors should not be too bold or neon, but rather neutral in color. Clothing styles should not be revealing to your chest, abdomen, or shoulders. Shoes should be clean, but also comfortable since you will spend a great deal of your time on your feet. Keep in mind that many Japanese schools require you to have one set of outdoor shoes and one set of indoor shoes. Be courteous of this custom and make sure you have a clean pair of indoor shoes handy on your first day. These are the basic etiquette rules you will need to know as an English teacher in Japan. They will equip you with the right tools to help you transition into the Japanese classroom. Questions? Don't worry. Former JET members will be here to help you. And remember, these basic classroom etiquette rules will help you adjust to other etiquette rules you experience in Japan. From all of us at the JET program, congratulations on being accepted and thank you for taking time to review these basic Japanese classroom etiquette rules.